So, hey guys, today we're going to be talking about this list I made, and the thing about this list is I simply just lost the footage, so I don't really have that anymore, and I don't fully remember uh, how this list actually works. Like, we have nature at Rose Whip here, and I'm trying to decipher why we have Rose Whip, but there's probably a reason for this being here. Essentially, this deck has a pretty simple premise. I am going to fit as many engines as I can into one deck, so that is why it is 60 cards. And today we're going to be trying to decipher the synergies I kind of made that day. So it looks like we have some level 2 synergies, just moderately, because we have Sprite Blue, Sprite Jet, Sprite Carrot, and I believe we did not put in Sprite Red. And the reasoning behind this was because we already have enough monster interaction, I think. Probably. And okay, let's see. This can special summon itself, so we can use this alongside the sprite cards if we just want to make a few small sprite plays. So we have Sprite Elf, Gigantic Sprite, and technically we can make um, Sprite Elf pretty easily, I think. How can we make this? We don't have another link too. Was there something cuttable here? I don't think so. So is there any way for me to access a level 2 somehow? With Gaddick, maybe? Not 100% sure. But we were able to fusion summon somehow here. Oh, that's with the Despia stuff, right? If we have access to that, we can then go into, I guess, Warlord Furious, Despian Caritas, and Guardian Chimera. We also needed a tuner. I think that's why we have the L's. Wait, this isn't a tuner. Wait, where's the tuner then? Is there no tuner in this? If we have no tuner, how are we how are we summoning any of these synchros? Well, we can at least summon Chaos Angel, I guess. Wait, are none of these guys tuners at all? No, wait, Rose Whip is a tuner. But Rose Whip doesn't have the appropriate levels with these guys, right? Actually, no, wait. I see some Centurion cards here. Okay, we have Primera. We can just use Primera. Okay, that makes sense. So what are we using with Primera to make this patter though? We need a level 6 dragon, I believe. Oh, we have Bestials in here. Somewhat. Oh, yeah, we have Magnuma and Jerusalem. Oh, I see. So that's how we can make this patter. Fair enough. Gas Angel, Auxilia you can just make with the Centurion cards. And then how exactly do we make Sprite Elf? We need to put a level 2 monster onto the field. I guess we just have to draw one of them. If we were to have like a LZ, that would be fine. We could reborn LZ and LZ just special summons itself anyway. So that's probably fine, right? And I believe I made this deck in mind with like some synergies to make sure it kind of works. Let's see, special summon a fiend, illusion, or spellcaster monster from your hand, fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck. So this is to make Guardian Chimera, I think. That's why I threw this in. So we could make Chaos Angel with this, and then we could go ahead and grab this to make Guardian Chimera on like a future turn. Yeah, this is pretty wild stuff. So if we just do a sample hand, it should be combo, like every single time without fail. So here we have an option of 2 normal summons. So we can do a normal summon for Memento combo if we normal summon the Tatsu Hollowed Mina is useless though. So if I were to legitimately play out this hand, I think I would activate Tatsu first, probably. And then try to resolve this to check if my opponent has like some hand traps. Then we can resolve Imseti. And Imseti gives us a lot of bodies to mess around with, I think. But how many horse cards are we actually playing with Imseti? Um, wait. Oh, are we only playing Imseti? That's kind of interesting. So we're just using Imseti as one body continuously to save on main deck space. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense, and that's why we chose to include this because this is technically an engine being used, like very minimalistically, but still being used, I suppose. So that counts, I guess. And with the Lonefire Blossom, we contribute this to special summon a plant monster. So we have the option of going into either the Rose Whip, or we can go into our copy of Therion Lily Berea, which then grabs us the Regulus, which will get us into the Therion engine. So in total, though, how many engines did we actually cram into this? Well, yeah, I guess we gotta know. So 1, Despia, 2, Snake Eye, 3, Memento, 4, Sprite, 5, White Forest and Azamina, so that's 6, 7, Naturia. It's not an engine, but that's an archetype. So this is the least engine here, so we won't count this, I guess. Wait, there's cash in here. 7. Then we have Centurion, 8. Bestial, 9. Belster. This kind of counts with other stuff, so we won't count this for now. Therion, 10. Horus, 11. Horn Dragon is just Horn Dragon, it's just vibing. We actually have Metalmorph, so that is 11, I believe. And then this is just stuff for all of our, in general, just archetypes and stuff. Did I just put in Time Engine for fun? Because we had the room? I guess we could actually put in one more horse card if we remove Time Engine. Which is fine, I think. This is a machine. I can't search this. I don't remember all of the logic behind this, honestly. But let's see. Since we have Isbia Theater of the Branded, is there anything we can do with that in particular? No, I don't think so. We can't really make any rank 8s because I don't have room to throw those into the deck. So nothing we can do in that regard. Okay. The hand is not like the best hand. I mean, there are like a load of garnets here, so it is what it is, I guess. Oh, wait a second. Dragon. This is a dragon. This is just an Omni Negate, right? And then, actually, now that I think about it, Auxilla is also a dragon. Oh, that's the synergy. Okay. And then we have Poplar, 1 card combo there. We have the King Sark, getting us an extra body. And it'll give us a body like every single turn, so that's kind of nice, I suppose. We have Sinful Spoils of Betrayal Silvera, which is like, technically, if you think about it, this is kind of like the Avelstar engine going on. And we have Startling Stare of the Snake Eyes, actually. Can you add this off of Poplar? Yeah, okay. And then you can do this to use this as kind of removal. Does this get recycled? I think it's recyclable by, yeah, Sinful Spoils, right? Okay. We don't really need to run this. If we cut 2 cards, we can throw in a few more Horus cards, I guess. That might be okay. But we are only running one copy of a King's Arc, so there's only so much we can do, I think, realistically. So I think it's fine. This is could be optimized a little bit further, but the thing about these hands is it's just that it's mostly playable. Like right here, this is the most disgusting example where my hand is entirely 1 card starters for the most part, except for Therian Coliseum, which is kind of this is still combo actually. Wait, because of Lone Fire. Oh, wait a second. Huh. Opponent can only activate 1 spell trap card each turn. Okay, so the sequencing for this is actually like crazy. I believe we have to go something like activate 1 Secret Simple Spoils, activate Therian Coliseum to add Lily Berea, sending Coliseum for Diabellstar. Oh, that's the synergy. Diabellstar can send field spells. That's why we have these 3 field spells. Okay, I see it. Then we can go ahead and try to resolve like Snake Eye combo somewhat, because I think we do have Original Sinful here, right? Yeah, Original Sinful for... Oh, that's why we have Startlings there, because I didn't want to run a 4th field spell. Makes sense. So we go summon Snake Eye Ash. Ash grabs Poplar. We can go then grab Flamberge. And then later we can go Promethean Princess into Raging Phoenix, I guess. And how do we remove Promethean Princess from the field? I just can choose not to summon Promethean Princess, I guess. That or we could tribute summon over it. Like, I genuinely don't know. But okay. It'll be fine, I suppose. And, yeah. So we can do that. And then I don't know exactly what we're doing because we don't have like IP, so I don't know how this combo will work fully. But later we can go, I guess after we've resolved all this, we're a little bit better. We can activate Stand-Up Centurion and also Sprite Starter. Sprite Starter is probably the last thing we're doing. What hand card do we have to discard here? I guess we could, if we wanted to, we could discard Startling Stare and shuffle back, draw 1 with Seeker, and that gives us Deception of the Sinful Spoils, which gives us access to Azumina Murcielago or Ilia Sylvia. So we'll probably go with Ilia Sylvia here for the Omni Negate, obviously, because we don't have anything to search with the Azumina cards anymore. So that's fine. But if we did want to, we could go LZ actually in this case and make Chaos Angel because we drew into the Centurion engine. So this is getting like really convoluted, but we have that line as well to technically try. And now that I think about it, I'm realizing the only target we have is Auxilla. So we can't go into Cosmic Blazer because we simply do not have the extra deck space to fit this in. So yeah, you know, this is just mind-numbing, I guess. We'll put it that way. So yeah, the combo, I would say it works. And here, after we tribute Lone Fire Blossom, we'll be able to summon Lily Borea, which will, in this case, it'll just be an extra body. And do we have a target for Lily Borea to search, actually? Lily Borea only has the ability to search this Coliseum, I think. Yeah, so it'll just be an extra body, so we can link this off. Or we can just tribute Lily Borea directly for the Ilia Sylvia. Yeah, that there's no access to Regulus here because I don't think we have machine access here. In terms of machines, though, this is a machine. I think this is the only other machine in the main deck. Yeah. So it's not like completely cohesive, but as you can see, because they're just pretty powerful in general kind of 1-card combos, it works for the most part. The interesting thing is if I had Psychic and Punisher, we could just make this with this kind of little combo with Lone Fire Blossom and Lily Brea. That's a Psychic and Punisher right there. Well, if it works, I suppose. And most of these hands will indeed work. So this is just combo randomly. I just what? What the crap is this? Can we discard Tragedy somehow? Because if we could discard Tragedy, we could technically banish the Tragedy with the Bestials that we have in the list as well. Wow. That is just so random. But aside from that, I guess we could... Oh, wait, we can technically make Quiritus, right? Because these guys are light or dark, so we could technically use Memento Fusion to make a Quiritus, and then grab like a Luber for later to grab Theater. And Theater is just an annoying field spell that cycles with a Luber back and forth. That's about all it does, I think, in the context of this deck. Where we go special summon a Luber, special summon Quiritus. You outed my Quiritus, I summon a Luber. You out my Luber, I summon back Quiritus. And that's about all there is to that, I guess. If we open Fenrir, it doesn't really do anything, I believe. If we open Kashira Unicorn, this is a Rise Heart. And yeah, that's about all that does. Aside from that, we can grab Birth, and then Unicorn is just an extra body. I guess we could cut one of these cards for an extra copy of Unicorn. That would make like the most sense. I think, yeah, we can remove Time Engine then, because it's just not that good of a card. And then, boom. Slight improvement. But yeah, there's just like a bajillion engines in here essentially. And I mean, if we're talking archetypes, the number is higher because, you know, I threw in Borreload Furious Dragon, which is kind of an archetypal card, you know? Like, there are a lot of Boral monsters, right? I guess that kind of counts. And we can technically make this because we have, like, Dark Dragons. Like, this is a Dark Dragon. This is a Dark Dragon. This is also a Dark Dragon. This is a Dark Dragon. We have a lot of Dark Dragons in this deck. So, deck in general functions. But you might notice there's actually not a single, like, piece of non-engine in here, so it's not comp viable, like, arguably at all. So, yeah. Deck, I would say, pretty decent. You might want to remove, like, one of these engines. I'm not going to say which one, but, yeah, it would be probably fine if you remove just one engine and then, kind of fixed up the extra deck a little. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.